Yep. So basically I got this fucking download and I want to record this video. I'll call it probably Spirituality Explained in 10 minutes. I'll try to do shit as quick as possible. But basically what I realized is that, bro, life is the same concept as a video game that they explain in every single religion, every single concept. Even science backs this up. But basically you're a fucking spirit that comes and is born into this body, this fucking vessel, this container, whatever you want to call it. And this container, this body, is what you identify as. My name is Kyle. Some people have different names, whatever the fuck it is. But the whole concept is you're not this person. And when you realize this, your mind kind of shatters. But that's what it means to be a spiritual person. So you realize, wait, what the fuck? I'm a spiritual being. So then who am I really if I'm not Kyle? And when you realize this, that happened to me. You go into like a psychosis if you're not strong enough to handle the information. You're like, wait, this is not real. Nothing around me is real. So that means my brother's not real, my mom's not real, my life is not real if I'm a spirit. And so you go into like defense mode. But that's a whole different topic. All this to say is that you realize everything that you're living right now is not real, but at the same time it is real for you to experience. And I'll compare it to a video game. That's the greatest analogy I can think of. When you play a game like Sims, you enter the game knowing that it's a game. And you play the game participating as that character. Let's say the guy is Johnny. You play as Johnny. When you know that you're Johnny, you don't think and sit, oh, this is just a game, what the fuck? What's the point of me playing this? It's not real. No, bro, you play the fucking game as Johnny. You do all the experiences as he is. You do whatever mission, whatever quests as a part of the game. And so the same concept applies to your life. You can go into the existential dread as much as you want and say, oh, it's not real. What's the point of living life? I did that shit for a long time. But at the end of the day, you come into this body to experience and discover what it means to live life. And you have a mission and all this bullshit, but we'll talk about that in another video. Okay? And as fake as it may seem, at the end of the day, it's very real. So what do I mean by that? If you ever played a game like Call of Duty or Elden Ring, when you fully immerse yourself into the game, you start to experience what the character is experiencing. That's what it means to become one. When you become one with everything that you participate in. So when you're the character and you experience fear, you're creeping into a room, you don't know if there's a guy lurking in a corner, you yourself will feel fear, even though you're playing a video game. And so you have to participate as that character. When you get hurt, you don't physically feel the hurt, but you go like, you jump, you scream. So in this sense, you become the character that you're playing. So the analogy is to participate in your own life, knowing that, yes, maybe it's not real. When you die, you're going to go back somewhere, you're a spirit, whatever, all this complicated shit. We don't need to overly dwell into this stuff. Just know that you're here. Like me, I'm here. In this moment, I'm driving my car. Even though you can say life is meaningless. I'm going to die, reincarnate. There's so much different variables. And if you try to understand everything, your mind will fucking explode and shatter. But again, when you're playing fucking Elden Ring, the goal is to simply play the game with an experience, to discover the map, to discover different bosses, to level up, to kill, to gain points, to gain XP. And there's a mission driven behind that. So the reason I made this video is just don't overcomplicate yourself with the details, especially when you're in this spiritual journey. There's a bad tendency to want to understand everything, but you don't need to fucking understand everything. The only thing you need to understand is be you, live this life, knowing that this is not the end and the one and only experience, the one and only life that you're supposed to live. But when you're in it, be in it. Participate as this character and do everything you're supposed to. That's it, that's all. Don't overcomplicate that shit. So if that shit makes sense, then I hope it helped you clarify. Because this is some shit that daunted on me for a long fucking time. I'm like, what's the point of living life, bro? Everything is fake. I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna reincarnate. Wait, what's gonna happen to me? Who am I gonna be? Like, bro, you don't need to know all this shit. You don't. You're just putting yourself in a state of stress for no reason, okay? Live your fucking life. You know, now after your spiritual awakening, oh shit, okay, I'm not this body. Okay, I'm a spiritual being. Okay, cool. Now, you have to go back to real life. You go work your fucking job even though you know that it's pointless. You go get your money and try to make as much as you can out of the life. That's the whole process of being human. process of being spiritual at the same time. You leave the physical world, you get your spiritual awakening, you get the knowledge, and then you go back into the fucking world and process and proceed. And that's it. And at the end of the day, it's like a sword, a double-edged sword. This knowledge can either hinder you and damage yourself and damage your mind, as you see a lot of people that go into different mental ailments like schizophrenia, depression, anxiety. Sometimes you have information that you cannot withstand in your mind. Or you can use information and use it to fucking swing and battle away all your problems in life. That's it, bro. It's a tool. But don't let your spiritual identity define your whole fucking life, bro. And everything you do, spirituality. What the fuck? Live your fucking life, nigga. Like, that's it, that's all. So, touch grass, ground yourself. If you're going through a psychosis, ground yourself. If you feel like life is not real, ground yourself, nigga. Come back to yourself, realign yourself. And the most important thing I say is believe in yourself and live your life. That's it. Thank you.